Well, a very good evening to you and many thanks for making time to be with us. This is The Insight here on Lookuptv on this third day of April 2024, a day that the government says that they have no funds to fulfill the wishes of the KMPD and doctors at large, with the head of public service, Felix Koskei, saying the 206,000 figure per month as the pay for interns is too high and therefore is unsustainable. Now, all that among many other stories we've prepared for you tonight. First of all, let's have a look at what's making headlines. Tonight on The Insight, the strike is still on. Doctors' union reject government offer to end this strike. Not out of the woods yet. More pain for patients as court gives 14 days for government and doctors' negotiations. And ODM party calls for the resignation of KRA chairperson Anthony Mwaura after he was elected to head the UDA National Elections Board. Oh, thank you very much for joining us and welcome. I am Ian Keitani. Our sign language interpreter is Angel Alois. Remember, you can watch this bulletin live on our Facebook and YouTube pages at Lookuptv. Now, doctors in the country have rejected the government's call to end the strike until all their demands in accordance with the 2017 CBA are fully met. This comes amid plans by a section of legislators to impeach Health CS Susan Nakhumicha. Stanley Lugaria opens our bulletin tonight.
Solidarity forever, for the union makes us strong.
The doctors have vowed to continue with their strike with a section of MPs led by MP Githunguri Gathoni wa Mushomba and those of Azimio coalition, including Narok Senator Ledama Olekina, MPs Babu Owino, Mark Mwenje, Meshi Mboko, Amos Mwago, as well as the doctor's chairperson Abijan Mwachi, among other leaders, have hinted that as soon as the parliament resumes from short recess, they will present a bill to send parking health CS Susan Nakhumicha.
Pay their 12,000 shillings, which was said. Number two, don't belittle the work which is done by the interns by paying them less than 30,000 shillings, even less than a security officer. Number three, they are saying that they are overworked. They cannot continue working, many hours. The health ministry is sick. The country is sick. And therefore, as a result of that, we have come up with an impeachment motion. We are going back on Tuesday to Parliament. And this is the letter that we've sent to the clerk of the National Assembly so far on an impeachment motion that we want to impeach the Cabinet Secretary for Health.
Matters baby care and antenatal, matters cancer. I thought those are things that having a woman minister and a woman PS in the same docket, I thought we would have the ceiling uncovered. But I'm very disappointed with Nakhumicha.
Additionally, the doctors' union has vowed to go on with their strike until the government completely implements the 2017-2021 collective bargaining agreement.
Pay us what you owe us. Employ doctors, even if they are not tenders, we know. So it is not attractive. But do the godly thing. Having said that, our doctors remain solid, and we are going to have the mother of all demonstrations of Tuesday, ostensibly, to look for the government.
Concurrently, the doctor's chairperson, Dr. Abijan Mwachi, has promised the mother of demonstration in the country on Tuesday, despite the government indicating that the approval of 2.4 billion shillings, calling on graduate doctors to avail themselves at the ministry headquarters so as to collect posting letters.
Kuna jambo ambalo ni jambo zito. Tunaona pesa nyingi zinatumika kiolela. Pesa nyingi zinatumika kwa mambo madogo madogo. Ati hospitality, sijui kumetumika mamilioni mangapi. Ati sijui travels, kumetumika mamilioni mangapi. Na jambo la afya linawekwa nyuma, jambo la afya ambalo ni jambo ambalo ndo litasimamisha nchi ama litaangusha nchi.
The MPs have faulted the government and asked Nakhumicha to account for the entire ministry as they expressed their rage.
With the increasing high cost of living in this country, how do you dare reduce the salary of a medical doctor? It is very shameful, and we are calling the government to order.
All this that has happened to this country, if we are in a very civilized country, 21 days of doctors striking, surely that calls for impeachment even of the president.
Prove that even if it needs to be done within the supplementary tool that is coming up. So we are pleading with the government that before Tuesday, when we table our motion, kindly sit down with these doctors and let us have an applicable solution.
Stanley Lugaria, Lookuptv.
Now, still on matters doctors, is that head of public service Felix Koskei has urged doctors to bear with the government as it lacks financial capacity to sustain the 206,000 shillings to pay intern doctors. He has called on doctors to resume work as the government is ready to have talks or engage in talks with the union officials.
Just a day after the national government, through the head of public service, in a statement noted its intention to solve the ongoing stalemate in the health sector, setting aside 2.4 billion for the internship program. The head of public service now says the demands by the doctors are unsustainable, noting that the pay for intern doctors is too high.
206,000 per intern is unsustainable. It is impossible. The numbers that graduate every day is increasing. Clinical officers, we pay them. Nurses, we pay them. Doctors, we pay them. It is becoming unsustainable. From 4 billion, it goes now to 8 billion. I don't know whether it is now 12 billion. It is not possible.
Koskei, while lamenting over the high cost to be incurred if the interns were to be paid the said amount, noted that much emphasis should be paid to the internship itself as opposed to the pay.
Why don't we, for once, focus on the intention of internship? This internship was to enable this doctor to hone his skills and to end up getting a license where now he can go and practice. So why don't we make sure that all of them, within the budget that we have, go through them? That is why we said we are setting aside 2.4 billion. To take all of them, I think they are 1,200.
Speaking in Naivasha, Nakuru County, Koskei has called on doctors to resume duty, insisting that the government is committed to ensuring all other demands by the doctors are met.
Resume work and then come we discuss and we clear, because we are intentional on this and we are committed to sort out once and for all, as the code directed, that there are issues that caused this strike and there are perennial grievances that have been bedeviling this country for a long time. And we are ready to discuss, we are ready to negotiate, we are ready to agree. And in any case, as government, as a responsible government, we have gone ahead to look at the 19 issues and see the ones that we can do it without necessarily sitting down and negotiating.
Ian Keitani, Lookuptv.
Now, Kenyans relying on public medical services will continue to suffer a little longer after the court gave the Ministry of Health and the doctors 14 more days to reach an agreement. Kenyatta National Hospital, which filed the case challenging the strike, told the court that they don't have the luxury of time as the patients are losing their lives. The Council of Governors defended themselves, noting that they have participated fully in the negotiations, but they are yet to reach an agreement. To matters politics now, the ODM party has called for the resignation of KRA chairperson Anthony Mwaura, who was recently appointed as the head of UDA Elections Board. Onesimus Musonye with the details.
ODM Central Committee. ODM has called on resignation of UDA party officials who are also serving in the civil service, saying that appointing civil servants into party positions will take the country back to the dark days of KANU.
We deliberated on the developments in other political parties and their implications for the nation and for democracy. In particular, the committee expressed deep concerns over developments in the UDA party, where public officers paid by taxpayers from all political formations have been appointed as party officials to various organs. We are staring at the return of the party state system last seen in the 1980s, where party leaders and public servants were one and the same thing.
The party leaders met at the headquarters with Secretary General Edwin Sifuna, noting that the party grassroots elections will be held in phases starting from April 27th.
Be that as it may, the committee has resolved to kick off the party grassroots elections on the 27th of April 2024.
ODM also accused the government of withholding political parties' funds, alleging that delay in releasing the funds is undermining political parties' operations.
A key issue canvassed at this meeting is the dire state the party finds itself in as a result of a government-instigated denial of funding. The Political Parties Fund was established to enhance democracy by promoting active participation by individuals in political life. Among other things, it is meant to cover election expenses of the political parties and broadcasting of the policies of the political parties. Unfortunately, this fund has become the death knell of parties it was meant to support. Since coming to office, the Kenya Kwanza regime has pursued a deliberate policy of denying funds to political parties, effectively crippling their operations.
Onesmus Msonye, Lookuptv.
The government is set to manage and control border activities by ensuring that human trafficking and smuggling are contained. Speaking in Nairobi, Immigration PS Julius Bitok indicated that Kenya's borders serve as vital conduits for legitimate trade and travel, as Shamila Baraza now reports.
Against the backdrop of a globalized economy where businesses rely on international trade and travel, the government is set to face the challenging task of securing borders while maintaining a conducive environment for commerce. Speaking in Kempinski Hotel, PS Bitok indicated that Kenya is a visa-free country, adding that government is keen in ensuring that people go out and come in to see greener pastures without any difficulties.
From January this year, we have made the country visa-free. Anybody coming to Kenya doesn't require a visa from any part of the country. And what we have in place is a security screening tool called ETA, Electronic Travel Authorization. If you want to travel to Kenya, you have to fill a form for 5 minutes to give your details, your passport number, your age, and some little details. That takes you about 5 minutes to fill in. And we are saying with this policy shift, we are looking forward to ensuring that we get more tourists coming to Kenya.
Bitok further stated that they have been able to receive over 350,000 visitors for the past 3 months, indicating that there is no passport backlog at the Immigration Department.
We've been able to receive more than 350,000 visitors in the last 3 months, and it is 40% higher than when we had e-visa. So clearly, the new policy by President RUTO to make the country visa-free is paying off.
Bitok also stressed that the government is working tirelessly to ensure safety of borders by ensuring that human trafficking and smuggling is contained.
It is a security screening digital platform to ensure that we know who is coming in and what are they coming to do. So I want to say that we have had a lot of support from stakeholders, from Border Management Secretariat, from Immigration, from NIS, to be able to ensure that ETA, visa-free country, is implemented to the letter. So we are really very, very happy.
Shamila Baraza, Lookuptv.
Well, that report by Shamila Baraza takes us to first breather. Don't go away because we'll be coming back with more stories in this particular bulletin.
University of Nairobi is a distinguished institution of higher learning dedicated to nurturing your intellectual curiosity and pushing the boundaries of knowledge. From state-of-the-art laboratories to modern libraries equipped with the latest resources, we provide you with the tools you need to succeed. Choose from a wide range of programs designed to prepare you for challenges of tomorrow's world. Whether in STEM, humanities, business, or the arts, our strong industry connections and career service support will help you translate your education into meaningful career opportunities upon graduation. Join a vibrant community of scholars from around the world, fostering cultural exchange, collaboration, and lifelong friendships. Book your space now for September intakes. Log in to https://www.uonbi.ac.ke for a wide range of courses to choose from. You can also contact +254 020 491 0000 or email us at pr@ounbi.ac.ke. Come, let us show you place spot to build your dream home in Baraka Gardens, situated just 5.4 kilometers from Blue Post Junction along the Thika Gatura Road. Place finest with secure gated community, maji na stima iko on site, usitans na stories za title deeds ziko ready, plus flexible payment plans and financing options. Pay 30% and clear the rest in installments. Get in touch, twende site visit. For more information, contact 0794 333 222 or 0722 668 700 or visit our website www.mahasibuhousing.co.ke. Experience the beauty of Baraka Gardens today.
Now, the Nairobi County Assembly Leaker Board is on the spot for failing to account for millions of shillings between 2014 and 2022. Appearing before the committee, Nairobi Governor Johnson Sakaja ordered the responsible officials to be investigated and prosecuted.
For 8 years now, Nairobi County cannot account for audit financial statements on alcoholic drinks and control. While appearing before the Senate committee, Nairobi Governor Johnson Sakaja asked the committee to interrogate the responsible members and take legal actions.
The Auditor General can actually assist you to get the specific questions for specific officers. Beyond just what you ask a governor. There can be a question for a specific accountant. There can be a question for specific procurement of a person. When you have targeted oversight, then you have real practical results, as opposed to a general question and answer on a report that was submitted, statements that are sanitized. But if they can reduce it to the specific questions that specific officers, because I've told my officers, in as much as
According to Senator Ledama Olekina, the money supposed to make rehabilitation centers in Nairobi was used by members of the county assembly in foreign trips, further asking the EACC to take up investigations on all the county officials involved.
There's a lot of misuse of funds. People should really take the blame. The right people should take the blame. I'm sure the reason why we have a lot of unlicensed bars in Nairobi County could be as a result of mismanagement of this fund. You know, this is a fund that nobody really cares. So long as you part with some little money, you know, the MCAs will not even ask you questions because the fund will pay for the MCA to travel and make some per diem.
While appearing before the committee, Kisumu Governor Anyang' Nyong'o shed light on Kisumu Assembly Car and Loan Mortgage Scheme Fund for the year that ended June 30th, 2021.
Fund now has a dedicated accountant who is not that officer who had multiple responsibilities. That officer who had multiple responsibilities has now been assigned specific responsibilities elsewhere, and a full-time accountant for the emergency fund appointed. On the other question of notifications to the county assembly, yes, we have in appearance, in informal correspondences, reviewed them in committee appearances with them because they received them and invited.
John Matava, Lookuptv.
Kenya and Ghana have signed several memoranda of understanding that will see the two countries drive investment opportunities and mutually enhance cooperation on development. In a communique issued by the two presidents, Ghana and Kenya will seek to strengthen bilateral engagements in various sectors ranging from democracy, trade and investments and climate change mitigation efforts, among others.
I wish to express my sincere gratitude to President RUTO for honoring us with his visit to Ghana. Your presidency, Mr. President, has deepened the bonds of friendship between our two nations and set the stage for even closer cooperation in the years ahead. As we look to the future, let us seize the opportunities that lie before us and continue to work hand in hand for the prosperity and well-being of our people. Ghana stands ready to strengthen her partnership with Kenya in pursuit of our shared aspirations for a stronger Africa and a fairer world.
Kenya appreciates and commends efforts by Ghana through the Accra Initiative and ECOWAS towards the fight against terrorism and in addressing resurgence of the unconstitutional changes of government in the Sahel and West African region. As a nation, Kenya looks forward to receiving continued support from Ghana in addressing terrorism and other threats so as to guarantee peace and security in Africa, in our region, and globally as well. I take this opportunity to assure Your Excellency of my personal support and commitment of the Republic of Kenya to working with you and the government of the Republic of Ghana to further strengthen the bonds of friendship between our two countries. I wish Your Excellency, the great people of Ghana, my very best wishes and prosperity. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen.
Well, it is worth noting that as well, President William Ruto took the Raila Odinga campaign to Ghana. Of course, Raila is going to be the chairperson of the African Union Commission, and indeed Ghana has said through its president, of course, Nana Akufo-Addo, that they will support Raila Odinga's bid to succeed Musa Faki Mahamat. Moving forward, Parliament has revealed its plans to integrate artificial intelligence technology into its parliamentary reporting system in a bid to reduce the time taken to produce Hansard reports. Now, during the 6th annual conference of Hansard Association of Kenya at the Sawela Lodge in Naivasha, Nakuru County, Parliament outlaid its strategy to enhance accuracy and accountability.
Periods for consumption by the legislature and other customers of parliament.
We also have a challenge of the staffing levels and embracing the Hansard team in the career progression documents that we have in the county assemblies. Those are some of the things we hope that even as we continue in this conference, we'll be able to come up with better ways of addressing them.
We expect maybe in the next few months will be registered. And the importance of registering this is so that when National Parliament and 47 counties, when they fund the activities of the HAC, it will be archived in the law, not as it is at the moment.
We are Hansard officers, from the editors to reporters to audio officers in the county assemblies, in the national assemblies, who have worked for over 10 years in this job. So we are capable, we are already in our jobs. This is just an association that brings us together so that we can find a common ground, especially on matters language use, publication, and in this era of AI, we are going into looking for machines that can do some of what we think are challenges like the transcription or machine learning and stuff like that.
Now, a section of parents and guardians at Masi School in Machakos County were up in arms after a fire broke out at the school on Tuesday night. They are now questioning the school's decision to hold back underperforming students from going home during the school holidays.
terrorists following massive fire that destroyed property of unknown value as it raced down to dormitories at Mps Boys Primary School in Machakos County. The fire, which started around 6 p.m., destroyed everything on its path, leaving everything in ruins. Machakos Fire Brigade team, led by Francis Nzioki, responded quickly and helped put out huge flames of fire.
Wafanyikazi pamoja na wasaidizi wa maeneo haya ama majirani walikuwa hapa na walikuwa wanasaidiana kuzima moto. So tulipofika wakatupatia nafasi, tukaendelea na kuzima moto, na mpaka sasa tunaendelea bado na kuzima moto.
The Mps Boys principal Joseph Nzioka has stated that no students were hurt in the incident, noting that investigations are underway to establish the cause of fire.
Na muda wa kama saa 11 hivi na nusu tukaona moshi kutoka kwa shule Mps Boys, tukakimbia hapo, tuka-establish 3 dorms were on fire. And what we did, actually, we mobilized, we called reinforcement from Machakos county government.
Angry parents stormed the school demanding answers as their children were held back for action, while the rest went for the holidays.
Mwalimu, kwa nini watoto wameacha shule? Nikaambiwa ni wenye wamepata C minor. Nikauliza, na C minor si grade nzuri, kwa nini mtoto aache shule? Hiyo ni shinda ya mwalimu kubwa wa hii shule. Na kama mtoto akona right ya kwenda nyumbani, shule sikufungwa. Licha ya moto huo kuwa mkubwa, hakuna mwanafunzi aliyejeruhiwa katika mkasa huo. Majid Hussein, Lookuptv.
Let's get sporty now. And Sports Cabinet Secretary Babu Namwamba has urged local scouts to be inclusive in their search for talent among communities in order to build a strong team to represent the country in events like the AFCON 2027 and the 2030 World Cup. This as the Talanta Hela under-19 football team is expected back in the country tonight after 2 weeks stay in Spain, where they engaged in tournaments, elite training camps and recovery training sessions.
We've had a bit of a challenge in the past where our scouting network has not been properly extensive enough so that you give a chance to every kid in every corner of Kenya, as I have said before, from Loitoktok to Lokitown, from Lamu to Lambwe. You just want to make sure that every blade of grass, every grain of sand is covered. And to do that, you need a very effective scouting program. And so my challenge to our scouting team is to be more inclusive. But we are also deploying the digital platform, the Talanta Hela Online. And the purpose of Talanta Hela Online is to enable those that cannot be reached physically to still be involved virtually.
Kenya is very surprising and our second market in order of importance. Our first market, because it's natural, is Latin America, Central America, with Mexico in the head. But Kenya was a really big surprise for us last year. And with this special relationship with your Minister of Sports, your Talanta Hela program and so on, we hope that the next year we will have more Kenyans enjoying about our technical installations, facilities and so on.
Now, the CAF Club licensing workshop for top-tier local league teams has concluded today at the Movenpick Hotel in Nairobi. The FKF Women's Premier League and the NSL Women's Club CAF Club licensing workshop will kick off tomorrow.
The members, the executives, club officials around data protection, about availability of the system, can it be hacked, what are the rights, all those technical terms were being taken care of, but also to understand the bigger picture of why club licensing and the basis behind it and what they need to meet, and what is the future also, because this is a progressive.
Well, that particular story wraps up our bulletin tonight, but do remember the English Premier League continues tonight as Brentford host Brighton. Arsenal, the December Premier League champions, will play Luton after their 0-0 draw against Manchester City. Well, Manchester City will play Aston Villa at the Etihad. Now, do have yourself a wonderful night, and like always, God bless.